Assalamu alaikum. Hope you are doing fine. We know multimeter is a very useful device. It is used to measure current, voltage, and resistance. So, it is also known as AVO meter. In this video, I will show you how to use a multimeter. When you talk about multimeters, there are two types of multimeters available. One is a analog multimeter, another one is digital multimeter. Compared to analog multimeters, digital multimeters are easy to use and they are highly accurate. If you look at any multimeter, they are provided with three jacks. Out of these three jacks, the central one is called as common jack. Along with this, the multimeter comes with two probes, red and black probes. Now I will show you how to connect these two probes to the multimeter. This black probe is always connected to the common jack, something like this. Then this red probe is either connected to this jack or to this jack, depending on the usage. If you use the multimeter to measure the current in milliampere, voltage or resistance, then you will connect this red probe to this jack. If you want to measure current up to 10 ampere, then you will make use of this probe to be connected to this jack. Now I am going to use this multimeter to measure voltage, resistance and current in milliampere. So I will connect this red probe to this jack this way. Now the multimeter is ready to measure voltage, resistance and current in milliampere. First, I'll show you how to use this multimeter to measure voltage. To measure the voltage, we rotate this switch towards this end or we move to this end. If you move this knob to this end, then it will measure DC voltage. When it is moved to this end, then it will measure AC voltage. How to differentiate these two things? It's too simple. Now if you look at this, beside V, here V stands for voltage. Beside V you find a straight line. This means DC voltage. If you find this symbol beside V, this means AC voltage. This is how it can be found. Now I will rotate the knob to measure DC voltage. While measuring the voltage, you remember we select the highest range. Now I have selected this knob to measure voltage up to 600 volt. Then I take this 9 volt battery. Okay. I touch the red probe to the positive terminal and a black probe to the negative terminal. Now it shows the value. It is around 10 volt. The value given is not accurate. For more accuracy, I reduce it. Then I check. Now the value read is 9.7 9.6 volt. Now I reduce it further. Now the multimeter can able to read voltage up to 20 volt. Now I repeat this again. Now it reads the voltage, which is 9.63 volt. Here the voltage given by this cell is 9.63 volt. So I will not rotate this knob further. Otherwise, if I select this 2 volt, then I cannot able to read the voltage, and also it may damage the multimeter. So we always select a higher range to protect the device. Now I keep it aside. I take this cell to measure the voltage. You always remember, to measure the voltage we connect the multimeter across, that is in parallel to the cell or battery. Now I have selected 2 volt. So we know very well the voltage supplied by this cell is 1.5 volt. So I place the red probe to the positive terminal, and the black probe is connected to the negative terminal. Now the voltage rate is 1.525 volt. This is how one can use a multimeter to measure the voltage, DC voltage. So always remember, we connect the multimeter across the cell or battery to measure the voltage. And to protect the device, we start from higher range. Remember this. Now I will show you how to measure AC voltage. So before going ahead, I will turn. Now I have set this multimeter to measure AC voltage. Now I have selected highest range. This multimeter now can able to measure AC voltage up to 600 volt. Now here I have junction box. While reading high voltage, while measuring high voltage, you have to be very careful. Your probe are provided with safety shields. Here, what you see, these two are safety shields. It keeps our hands away from this metallic ends when we measure the high voltage. Now first I inserted these two probes to the socket. I hold it this way, then I turn on the switch. You can observe it shows the AC voltage. It's 246 volt. Now let's keep changing. It is due to fluctuation in the power supply. And yeah, this is how one can measure AC voltage. Now before removing the probes, I have turned off the junction box. I keep it aside. This is how one can use a multimeter to measure AC voltage. Now I will show you how to use this multimeter to measure the current. With the help of this multimeter, we can able to measure only DC current. Here you see A is written. A stands for ammeter. Ammeter is a device used to measure the current. Beside A, you find straight line. That is the notation or symbol of current. So this multimeter can be used to measure only direct current. We cannot use this to measure AC current. Now, when we use the multimeter to measure direct current, we connect the multimeter in series with the battery whose current is measured and some load through which current is flowing. Here I use a DC motor as a load which is mounted on this bottle. Now I connect this red clip of the motor to the positive terminal. Then this red probe of multimeter is connected to black chrome clip of this motor. Then I'll place this black probe to the negative terminal. Okay. Before doing so, I'll select the highest range here. It is 200 milliampere. Now the multimeter is set to measure current up to 200 milliampere. Now I place the black probe on the negative terminal. The motor rotates, that it means the current is flowing through it, and the multimeter reads the current, which is around 129 milliampere. This is how one can measure current, direct current, with the help of the multimeter. Now I will show you how to use the multimeter to measure the resistance. First I keep these things aside. To use the multimeter to measure the resistance, the multimeter is set to measure the resistance. See, this portion that you see here is used to measure the resistance of a resistor. Now I have selected the range. Now the multimeter can able to read the resistance up to 2 mega ohm. Here I have a carbon resistor. Now place a black probe to this end and a red probe is connected to this end. While measuring the resistance, you can also replace the terminals, as they do not have polarity, so you do not have to worry about that. Now when I place the probes to the ends of this resistor, it reads 0. When you find this 3 zeros on the screen of or on the display of multimeter, it means you have to reduce the range. Now the multimeter is set to read resistance up to 200 kilo ohm. You see, it reads the value is 0.1 kilo ohm. Now I'll reduce it further for more accuracy. The value read is 0.1 kilo ohm again. Now I reduce the range. The value measured is 0.099 kilo ohm. Now I'll set the lowest range for accuracy. See, Now the value read is 98.7 ohm. The actual resistance of this resistor is 100 ohm. It has got some tolerance. So the value actual resistance measured is less than 100 ohm. So it is 98.7 ohm. This is how one can measure the resistance. We start from highest range and we slowly reduce it down. If it shows 000, that means we need to reduce the range. Suppose you have 1 kilo ohm resistor, 1000 ohm resistor, and your multimeter is set at lowest range. And see what it will show. Now connect the pros to the ends of the resistor. And see it reads, it shows some value. See, repeat this again. It reads some value and finally it shows 1. It means the value of resistor is more than the selected range. Now if I set this multimeter to highest range, now this can able to read resistors up to 2 kilo ohm, 2000 ohm. Now this reads the value. It is 981 ohm or 0.981 kilo ohm. This is how one can able to measure the resistance of a given resistor. I keep it aside. Now, if you look at this, it is the symbol of a diode. It is the symbol of diode. Now, I have set this multimeter to check a diode. Here I have a PN junction diode. If you look at this carefully, we find a silver band here, silver ring here. The silver ring denotes the cathode. The terminal which is there, which is present beside this silver ring, is nothing but a cathode. So this one be an anode, obviously. Now I will check this diode. I am placing black probe to this cathode and the red probe is connected to anode. It shows value 0.455 kilo ohm or 455 ohm. This is the resistance offered by this one, and as it reads, it provides some value. So this diode is in good condition. Now if you reverse this, when you change the polarity, it shows a high resistance. It means the connection given is wrong. This is how one can able to find the polarity of a diode. If you connect it this way, it has to read some value. Suppose the diode that I have used do not have this silver ring. Then in that case, if you place the ends across the probes of multimeter, if it reads the value, means the terminal which is placed on the black probe is cathode and another terminal is anode. If you have connected in this way, then the multimeter will read 1. That clearly indicates that the diode is not connected properly, otherwise it is not in good condition. Okay, I hope you have understood. Now, a very important and commonly used function of a multimeter is continuity. What is this continuity? When you set your multimeter in continuity mode and place one probe over the another, you will hear the buzzer sound, the beep sound. This shows that current is flowing through the circuit is made. This is a continue mode. Now I will show you where do we use this continue mode. This can be used to check an LED. Here I have an LED. Now I am going to show you how to use the multimeter to check this. I have set the multimeter in continuity mode. I will place the anode to a red probe and cathode is connected to the black probe. When I do so, the LED glows. It shows that it is in good condition. This function can also be used to check the polarity of diode. Sometimes if the connection made is not correct, the LED will not glow. Now I have placed the black probe on anode and the red probe is connected to cathode. So the LED is not glowing. If I reverse this, it will glow. This is the indication of the working of this LED. If the connection made is correct and the LED is not glowing, means there is some fault in the LED. I keep it aside. Now only one function is left here, and I forgot to tell you what are the different use of connecting this multimeter in continuity mode. When you connect the multimeter in continuity mode, you can check whether a given wire is in good condition or not. Here I have a piece of wire. Now I connect the ends of this wire to the probes of multimeter. See, if the multimeter gives beep sound, it means the wire is in good condition. If it is broken from inside, then there will be no beep sound. This is how one can check whether a given wire or cable is in good condition or not. Now I will show you how to use multimeter to check the HFE value. Here, to use the HFE value of a given transistor, the multimeter is selected, or the multimeter is set in this way. While using the multimeter to measure HFE value, here HFE stands for current gain or amplification factor. We need not to use the probe. So I remove this. I keep it aside. Here I have BC547. It is NPN transistor. Now I insert this transistor in the hole provided for that purpose. Now while inserting, care must be taken that the terminals, collector, base and emitter, should be the appropriate place. Now, the multimeter reads the HFE value of this transistor. Now, remove, I keep it aside. Here, I take one more transistor. This is the BC557. It is a PNP transistor. So, I connect this to the second row of holes. Just insert this, the appropriate holes. Now it reads the HFE value of this transistor. This is how one can able to measure current gain of any transistor with the help of multimeter. Now, one thing I forgot to mention, this continuity mode can be used to check whether a switch is in good condition or not. Let me show you how to do so. I set the multimeter in the continuity mode, then I connect the probes this way. Now I place the probes to two terminals of this switch. Now doesn't give buzzer sound because the switch is in off condition. Now I turn this on. The moment I turn on, it gives buzzer sound and it reads 0. It means the switch is in good condition. Now I turn this off. The buzzer sound has stopped. Now see, this is how one can use a multimeter to check whether a given switch is in good condition or not. I hope the video is useful. If you have any kind of doubt related to the topic, kindly put your questions in the comment section. Thanks for watching.